And now to Putin declaring victory in an election with no serious challengers facing him. But Russians around the country protested, inspired by the late opposition leader Alexei Navalny. Foreign correspondent Tom Sufi-Burge has the story. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning, Michael. Any moment now, Vladimir Putin is expected to celebrate at a rally in Moscow's Red Square. His victory was never in doubt. He is now the longest-serving Russian or Soviet leader since Stalin. The White House calling the election obviously not free nor fair. This morning, Vladimir Putin reaffirming his iron grip on power in a stage-managed election. Putin claiming his highest ever victory, a whopping 87% of the vote. The only other candidates were Kremlin approved. Virtually all opposition leaders are in exile, jailed or dead. And for the first time ever, Putin uttering the name of his longtime political rival, Alexei Navalny, who died in a Russian penal colony last month. Putin claiming in his victory speech he agreed to release Navalny just days before he died. Navalny's wife, Yulia, voting in Berlin. While other Russian exiles there chant Russia against Putin. And thousands inside Russia heeding a call to converge on polling stations in protest Sunday midday, with queues forming in major Russian cities. One polling booth set ablaze in early voting Friday. But dissent in Putin's Russia, an increasingly dangerous game. The authorities clamping down, banning any candidate campaigning against Russia's invasion of Ukraine. In Russian-occupied parts of Ukraine, ballot boxes taken to people's homes under armed guard, according to Ukrainian officials. The US calling the vote there blatant propaganda. Well, Putin does enjoy widespread popular support, but 87% of the vote is simply implausible in any democratic election. And with the war in Ukraine dragging on, it's hard to say how solid Putin's regime really is. Robin?
That is true. All right, Tom, thank you.
Now, let's return to those events in Downing Street that we showed you about an hour or so ago, because President Obama, or former President Obama, there at number 10 in the last hour. He's just emerged in the last couple of minutes. Just want to show you those pictures. It wasn't the longest of meetings, perhaps about 30, 40 minutes, but there President Obama just trying to find his car initially. But as he wanders over, let me just put the sound up and hear just a little of what the reporters are shouting.
Do you have a few moments? Did you discuss Gaza?
Come and have a chat with us for a minute.
How did it go? What did you talk about?
Well, he's finally found the car and avoiding all of those questions. We were talking to Helen Catt a little earlier, and a certain amount of surprise amongst the political reporters there, suddenly seeing the former American president arriving there at Downing Street. But no word about what exactly was discussed in that meeting. If we hear, we'll obviously return to that.
Donald Trump's lawyers say he's been unable to obtain a bond for the $454 million he owes as part of a civil fraud judgment against him, his eldest sons and his company. He's asking a New York State appeals court to pause the judgment against him while he appeals. Well, let's cross live now to New York and speak to our North America correspondent, Neda Tawfik, who is there for us. Neda, what exactly is this all about?
Yeah, well, Miriam, when Donald Trump was ordered to pay these massive amounts in 2 consecutive civil judgments, many questioned if he had the cash to do it. Now, earlier this month, he did post a $91.6 million bond in the E. Jean Carroll defamation case. But as you said there, today his lawyers have said he's been unable to obtain a bond in the much larger civil business fraud judgment against him. Now, just for the viewers to understand, a bond company basically takes on the responsibility for any payout if a defendant loses on appeal and is unable to pay. And according to Donald Trump's lawyers, getting a bond has been a practical impossibility for them. They say they've reached out to 30 companies, that very few will even consider giving him a bond that large at $454 million, and that others won't accept his real estate as collateral. They'll only accept cash or stocks. So he is asking the New York State Appeals Court to pause the judgment against him while he appeals. Now, if he's not granted that pause, and if he truly doesn't have the cash to secure that bond, well then, Miriam, the Attorney General, Letitia James, could ask a judge to start seizing his assets. You know, her office has said he has until March 25th to put up the entire amount of the judgment, or she will start trying to collect.
Neda, thank you very much indeed. Neda Taufik there in New York for us.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the horribly and unfairly treated January 6th hostages.
Yeah, I mean, it's again, these people, I guess it's a cult. I don't know. Maybe they're brainwashed into it. But I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. No
Yeah.
apologies. No apologies. These are people that want an autocrat. These are people who don't like American democracy the way it is because they understand that they lose a fair fight. They don't want a fair fight. They don't want to.
In the U.S., there's a new development in the case of a student who vanished while out with friends in Nashville. 22-year-old Riley Strain was visiting the city from Missouri on March 8th when he got kicked out of a bar. This surveillance video, it shows him crossing the street at night. Since then, there's been no sign of him, but police do have one clue. Janet Shamlian reports.
Nashville investigators have announced a chilling find after more than a week of searching for Riley Strain. His debit card was found on the embankment of the Cumberland River, not far from where the 22-year-old was last seen. Surveillance footage captured Strain stumbling through downtown Nashville on the night of March 8th. The Mizzou senior was on a fraternity trip and became separated from friends who say he told them he was heading back to the hotel. When they couldn't find Strain the next morning, they called police.
His name is Riley Strain. Okay, and what color clothing was he last seen wearing? He's wearing jeans, boots, and a half black shirt, half brown, light brown.
I haven't talked to my boy for over a week. And it's hard.
And now we're hearing from Strain's parents, who said he FaceTimed with his mom during a bar crawl just hours before he disappeared.
Just showing her, hey, look, this is where we're at.
Whether Strain was served alcohol while visibly intoxicated is being investigated. The operators of Luke's 32 Bridge say they served Strain only one cocktail and 2 glasses of water before escorting him out of the business. The bar is owned by country music artist Luke Bryan, who posted to his Instagram story, "Y'all, this is scary," praying for his safe return. Search crews are continuing to comb the river and its bank as his parents hold out hope.
Oh, Riley, we love you so much and we're not going to stop. We're not going to stop.
For CBS Mornings, I'm Janet Shamlian.
This is seismic, is it not? And clearly a huge win for consumers.
This is definitely a big win for consumers. How big of a change and how fast of a change it's going to be, I think, remains to be seen. But for now, we're looking at a lot more flexibility and negotiability for both home buyers and home sellers. So the seller's agent's fee and the buyer's agent's fee are now completely separate. And so if you're a home seller, you should absolutely feel free to say to your agent, look, what are you charging? Why are you charging that? How much work are you putting into listing this house? And the same is absolutely true for buyers as well. Before, buyers agents would say, well, don't worry about how I get paid. I get paid on the final sale of whatever house you buy. Now I think that's going to shift, and buyers should be saying to their real estate agents, this is what I'm expecting. This is the kind of amount of work that I'm looking for, and this is what I think that work is worth.
So from the campaign to the courtroom, a new filing shows Donald Trump can't pay his bond. Trump's lawyers say he's facing insurmountable difficulties trying to secure bond for the nearly $500 million that he owes related to that civil fraud judgment that came out of New York. As you recall, Trump was ordered to pay $355 million plus interest for a decade's worth of fraudulent financial statements that overvalued his real estate holdings and clearly hyped his wealth. Our senior investigative correspondent, Aaron Katersky, joins me now. So the Trump Organization's general counsel saying that Trump is financially stable and maintains substantial assets. So why can't he pay the bills, Aaron?
According to his lawyers, Kira, it's just a practical impossibility, to use their words, to pay a bond that big. It's nearly $500 million. And the trouble that the Trump and his attorneys seem to be running into is that no insurance company will accept real estate as collateral. Trump has some cash, clearly not enough to collateralize a bond that big. And so he's saying that he'd have to use his real estate holdings, and no company will accept them. They'd prefer that he sell that real estate, take the cash, and then use it to collateralize the bond. But Trump doesn't want to do that because he's confident he's going to win his appeal. And if he sells a property, there would be no way to get it back.
Well, that was my next question. You know, what are the next steps here? He's going to have to pay.
He is going to have to pay if he does want to move forward with this appeal. So he'll have to come up with it somehow. Otherwise, the New York Attorney General, Letitia James, will start undoubtedly moving to try to seize some of his assets. And when she talked to us a month or so ago, after her successful civil fraud case against the former president and others, she told us she would be prepared to take judicial steps to try and seize his assets to make sure that he can pay the judgment that the judge imposed.
All right, Aaron Katersky, thank you.